back, viewers. You're watching the Savera and I'm Shefali. In a major step forward for Elon Musk's satellite internet venture, Starlink has officially secured a license to offer satellite communication services in India, marking a significant milestone in its plan to enter one of the world's largest and fastest growing digital markets. With regulatory approval now in place, the Department of Telecommunication is expected to allocate trial spectrum to Starlink within the next 15 to 20 days, paving the way for the company to begin testing its services on Indian soil. Game-changing pricing strategy in the works until recently. Early estimates suggested that Starlink's monthly subscription cost in India would be around 3,000 to 7,000. Which would have positioned it as a premium offering. However, a recent report by the media has revealed a far more consumer-friendly pricing model. According to the report, Starlink is likely to launch with promotional unlimited data plans priced below $10 per month or roughly 850 rupee. If this pricing holds true, it would represent a major shift in accessibility, not just for rural and remote areas, but for the average Indian users as well. At under Rupee 1,000 per month, Starlink's pricing would be highly competitive with traditional broadband services, which suffer with limited reach in rural and underserved regions. One-time hardware cost still applies, while the recurring monthly charges may be lower than expecting. Customers will still need to make one-time investment in Starlink's hardware kit. This includes a satellite dish, modem, and a Wi-Fi router, essential for connecting to Starlink's low Earth orbit satellite network. The cost of this equipment in India is projected to range between 20,000 to 35,000 rupee. This initial expense could be a barrier for some users, but it relatively in line with the global pricing model and may be seen as a worthwhile long-term investment, particularly in regions with no access to fiber or mobile network infrastructure. Technology's edge, low-latency internet from the sky Starlink leverages a constellation of LEO satellites, orbiting just 550 kilometers above the Earth, much closer than the traditional geostationary satellites, which orbit at around 36,000 kilometers. This proximity allows Starlink to deliver significantly lower latency and faster internet speeds, making it ideal not only for streaming and web browsing, but also for online gaming, video conferencing, and other real-time applications. Globally, Starlink has already deployed over 7,000 satellites and has plans to expand the constellation to more than 40,000, making it one of the most ambitious internet infrastructure projects in the world. The network aims to deliver high-speed internet to even the most isolated regions, including disaster-hit areas, conflict zones, mountain terrains, and offshore locations. Regulatory relief. Now, easing financial entry barriers from a policy standpoint, Starlink's entry into India is being made smoother by progressive regulatory measures. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has proposed an administrative allocation method for satellite spectrum, under which Satcom providers Starlink would pay 4% of their adjusted AGR annually for a period of 5 years. Crucially, this model waives any upfront fees or auction-based allocation charges, following the financial threshold for satellite internet firms to enter and operate in India. In addition to spectrum fees, TRAI has recommended a nominal subscriber levy of 500 rupee per year for users in urban areas. However, in a move aimed at promoting rural digital inclusion, no such charge will apply to users in rural or remote locations, a policy that aligns perfectly with Starlink's mission to bridge the connectivity gap in under-reserved areas. What this means for India now? That Starlink's upcoming launch in India would prove transformative, especially for the millions living in village and far-flung regions where traditional broadband and mobile networks struggle to reach. Affordable satellite internet could also bolster sectors such as telemedication, online education, agriculture, disaster response, and remote work, bringing real economic and social change. However, critical questions remain regarding the final commercial pricing model, most promotional period, the support and distribution network for hardware installation and servicing, and how Starlink plans to scale operatives across such a vast and diverse market. As Starlink prepares to roll out services in India, it stands as the cusp of revolutionizing internet access for a country where digital infrastructure is still a work in progress. If the sub 1000 rupee pricing and low latency promise hold true, the venture could set a new benchmark for affordable, high-speed and universally accessible internet, especially in regions that have remained digitally dark for decades. That's all for now in this update. Stay tuned to the Savera, download the app and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube.